Yep.
Good. All right.
But my push to talk doesn't work at all.
You don't need push to talk. That's
I guess I don't.
Hi everyone. How are we doing? We're live now.
Like really hot.
Episode 34 of the Introvert Hour, which is gonna now be only an actual hour, I think. How's everybody doing? What were we just talking about? We're just gonna continue talking about World of Warcraft Classic.
yeah. I've been playing for a bit, and it's there's certain quality of life things that I really do miss from retail. Like
That's how
I'm not
quickly
gonna say,
everyone's gonna swap and go. I'm too OCD. I can't sit here and do this. I just want to queue for things.
Maybe that's their plan.
Instant gratification. It's just gonna get people to join the retail game.
Well, okay. And here's my big things. I'll say this, and I think Trent had a point before we went live or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like dungeon queues. I won't go as far as to say dungeon queues, but like summoning stones. Come on. They brought summoning stones in early BC or actually
so
late
they don't have
Classic.
summoning stones anymore.
No, they're just still the old medium stones.
I mean, look, if you're super nostalgic, the nerds were gonna get mad if they messed up. If they gave them anything, the nerds, the super nerds would have been mad.
Oh yeah,
it's the classic experience for you, though.
I guess, but
aren't they gonna slowly throw things in, like give you some BC, give you some Wrath? I mean, I would play the Wrath.
Maybe.
If they had Wrath, I would play that forever.
Because at least with Wrath, they started dungeon queues in Wrath, but they did it for low level dungeons and heroics.
Right.
So, and those are the big things.
It wasn't the raid finder bullcrap.
Right. There was no raid finder, and you could maybe do a pickup group raid and make it work, but with Wrath, you still needed that solid raid group, and you actually could pick your own talents. You didn't have this stupid whatever there is with retail now, where there's not really a talent tree. There's just this sort of, oh, I want to be a paladin tank. I just click this and now I'm a paladin tank. You had to pick your talents and really kind of micromanage that sort of thing.
I like how they have the name for the retail game. Like that's just like a retail dude. Go play retail. I saw some clip of a kid going, because he's been playing on private servers or something.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Solely only plays private servers. He's like, these retailers are so bad.
Wow.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, I will say though, like WoW Classic is 2 weeks ago. It's all about Borderlands 3 now.
Dude, okay. I kind of want to be playing Borderlands 3 right this second. I'll be honest with you.
I hear that game's really good, right?
Dude, I mean,
let's see. I'm gonna look at it.
Who's played all the Borderlands so far?
I started playing the second one, and I played some of the first one.
I played absolutely zero of them.
Oh, really?
It's Diablo with guns.
You would love that game, dude.
It's better than Diablo with guns.
Ooh,
no, it's not better than Diablo, but
yeah,
it's better
to defend that.
It's definitely Diablo with guns, but good.
I guess.
I would defend it.
You defend Diablo versus Borderlands?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well,
I haven't played it. I haven't played the third installment of this though, so it's hard to really say what the third one brings to the table that the other ones did.
Okay. Well, I got a chance to play a little bit of Borderlands last night, and I think it's pretty solid. It's followed the same formula the last two games did, where they had 4 characters representing 4 different class lines, and each of those class lines had tended to specialize in 1 to 2 different weapon types. But this is probably the deepest they've ever done. Like, individual character has that plays, and I really can say that with confidence. Where in traditional past Borderlands, each skill tree felt very, and that's a really big thing because it's like, wow, there's a lot of game here. Like, I can really truly play how I want to play, and that's really cool. But beyond that, like yeah, like it's a solid game from the studio, and even though there's that whole Epic Games debacle where like everyone's getting whiny because they're releasing it on Epic Games exclusive on. Okay,
Meh.
it's a good game. Buy it.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, yeah, your mic's cutting out a little bit, but not really. We just missed a little detail or two, but yeah.
A little tiny bit of that. But.
I mean, I played 1 and 2, and just the storyline alone, that's one of the only games that I will play with like one friend or a few friends or alone, and just going through the storyline is really fun. Like, I'm tempted to just get it on an Xbox. So, can you play split screen with Borderlands? I forget. With Borderlands?
Split. You can do split screen.
Does it suck? Like co-op split screen?
Okay, I will say I don't know if it's not optimized well for the PlayStation, but there was a little laggy when we were, which is like I don't know if maybe just like a firmware that wasn't updated or it wasn't optimized. Like I said, it wasn't optimized for the PlayStation. I'm hoping the Xboxes are better, but
Right.
split screen it was still working.
Just not that great. Yeah.
Hey, can I get a picture, Ryan?
All you gotta do is go to your phone, turn on, click. There should be a little icon for video.
What are you gonna make the picture?
Dude, can I change the picture instead of
you
just,
should.
like this is what...
You definitely should change your picture.
Okay.
How do you do it?
I know.
Do you know how to do it?
I'm gonna figure it out, but I know exactly the picture I want. Because yeah, I just didn't WikiHow memes to be my friends at work, so I got the perfect one. All right, let's see.
Nice.
So, do I just edit? Oh,
So,
nope,
but
not there.
What was that beep?
Dude, I don't know. It's probably my end.
You should. I mean, your camera. I have your camera, so maybe I'll.
Dude, I need to come get it from you.
Yeah. So yeah, we should still do a live podcast like every once in a while, but I just think this is the only way I can consistently do it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I
That's
think it works
fine.
great, man. Like, it's actually way better than you think video calls or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna play the crap out of Borderlands 3. I just don't know if I should wait, because if Epic Games, can you buy it? I mean, it's only PC
Right now-
exclusive Epic Games, right?
Yeah, and it'll be PC. And then after that, it's not like confirmed yet, but it's highly speculated it'll be released on
Oh.
and other platforms.
I thought they already confirmed that it was gonna come out on other platforms.
See, I was doing a little research. Maybe I missed the article, but I don't think they've confirmed which platform.
Oh my gosh, I'm at 900 words. I have 5 minutes.
Wait, can you confirm? It worked.
Oh, nice. That is awesome. I appreciate
Okay,
that.
it worked.
Yeah.
I just like how
what
this
is he
stream
holding on his
is-
head?
It's earmuffs. Here,
I
I'll
don't
drop
get
I'll drop the image URL in the Twitch chat.
Do it.
So what have y'all been up to, man?
Got really quiet.
No.
I was kind of waiting on that.
Literally just work, which is stupid. So boring. I played a lot. I've been playing a little bit of Fortnite, but I'm over it now.
Hey, can we talk about how much Salty Kale, when he donated like 24,000 bits, that's a few $100s? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, so I
Whatever
did ask
happened?
him about that.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He got like a whole bunch of bits somehow. Like I forget what he was
I
telling me,
like that guy.
but like he got like a gift card, like and he
He just
like a
needed.
gift card.
He just needed a reason.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to throw some
Okay.
money around for some.
That's cool
for some
though.
reason.
That works. Yeah, I was talking to my buddy about it, and he said one of his streamers that he watches that plays Guilty Gear or whatever is anytime someone donates 10,000 or more, he'll recite the entire movie, the B movie. He'll recite the script until they basically tell him to stop.
So you play. So does your buddy play competitive Guilty Gear?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I recently got into competitive. I've been since the last I really talked to YouTube. I've actually been and I've been making money. I mean, not like a huge amount of money, but
No way.
Playing what?
Playing Smash Ultimate.
Oh wow.
Ultimate, yeah, Smash
That's legit.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
The guy that Technomancer, when he joins the chat, he's the one that I'm talking about that plays. But that's legit, man.
That's cool, dude.
Good for you, dude.
It's like a nice way to, I guess, like relax for chill out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Beat up some kids.
Beat up some kids. And that's everybody's dream.
Hey,
right? It's
that's
just
the
to beat
only.
up children.
That's the most aggravating thing, though, is when they start beating you up, and you're like, "You're just a
Well, like-
child, dude." But it's a
Some,
video
like,
game, so it's
9-year-old,
yeah,
like,
it's
sits
level
down
playing
next to
field. Like
yes.
I was playing Fortnite with these kids, at the camp. Bolt knows what I'm talking about. But and these kids were doing some crazy stuff, dude. I was like, "What are y'all
Dude,
doing?" I had no idea.
I don't.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's fine.
I was just watching some of these kids play like Fortnite. Like you see them just like flicking through everything so fast. And it's like I don't get out of here. Like no.
Yeah, that's why we get crushed every time we play. We just get destroyed.
I like how we were like all like super into that game, and then it just instantly died.
Yeah.
I think it's like for anyone that was over the age of like 24, 25, it died. Oh, Bolt's shaking his head. He still plays?
No.
Oh,
Bolt
God,
hates
no.
it.
I'm fucking done with that. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I want.
You want what?
I wanted to. It needs to go away. I'm ready for the next thing.
Oh.
The next thing is there. It's auto chess, Borderlands.
No, it's gonna be Borderlands. A Borderlands. Where
Auto
you drop
chess.
in. It's what is it called?
I think
Borderlands
VR is.
Battle
I think
Royale.
VR is
Borderlands.
phasing out now. Like I think the new only ones that exist now is gonna be
Okay.
Apex and Fort, and that's
Okay.
gonna be it.
Does Apex still have a following?
I think so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
You-
It's usually top 15 streams.
So do you guys actually know about the Civilization series?
I mean,
Ryan
definitely
does it.
Civ 6.
Sid Meier's Civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have a space
Okay.
one coming out?
No,
They
no,
already
no.
did a space
So
one.
Firaxis, Sid Meier, like the company that develops
And I turned
Civilization.
it in at 11:59. Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
1,003
Good
days.
job. Excellent.
Yes.
Well done.
Sorry.
High five. High fives all around. Let's go.
Hey!
They're all giving you high fives.
But yeah, okay. So
Nobody's high fiving.
it sounded like it was
High fives.
It was gonna be an April Fool's joke, but they released a battle royale game for Civilization, and I kid you not, like they just like out of the blue said like, "Hey, here's battle royale. Have fun, guys."
And
What?
How do
no
you
one's
even battle
playing?
royale in that game?
It's
It's an
I mean, I'll
RTS,
actually-
right?
What's up?
It's RTS, right?
It is. Well, it's like a turn-based strategy, like hex-based strategy.
So you're
But-
you're playing with 100 other people. You can't.
No, you don't play with quite that, many, but it's like the games only last about like an hour. And
An hour?
Yeah, about that, like that.
Okay.
Which is way
And-
less than like a normal
Yeah.
Civ game.
Right.
A normal Civ game lasts like several.
Yeah. Easily.
But yeah, no, like it's called the Red Death, and it's like the zone closes in. And
That
you
makes
kind of,
sense. So you're
like-
having to build like.
No, you actually don't build anything. It's just like you shuffle your units around on the field.
Yeah, I
and you
see.
actually, like,
I've never played that game enough. I don't even know. I actually, you know what? I actually got Civilization free with my computer, and I instantly closed it.
do you have a copy of Civ?
I'm sure I have. Well, I'm sure it was a while ago. I'm sure it's an old one. I don't know which
Well,
version I have.
If it's Civ 6, they actually released it for everyone
Hmm.
For everyone that
I'll have
what?
to check it out.
Yeah, honestly, it's actually I played it. It's actually kind of fun for being
Yeah.
like a battle royale and a Civ game, which you would never expect.
Right.
Hey,
How's-
just a side note. I'm reading a post right now about the Borderlands 3 terrible console port performance.
Okay, so then that is the case. That's
It's the PS4 Pro,
that's
Xbox One
right.
X, the standard consoles. All of them are capping at like 25 FPS in their
Who's playing it?
performance mode, which is supposed to be like the lowest
Man,
settings
you
possible.
for half a second thought it was me.
okay. Yeah, it's pretty noticeable when you're opening while playing split.
That's weird
which-
because you would think the
yeah.
art would make it easier on the frames, right? Or no?
I
Yeah,
think there's a
but-
lot going on personally. I think that there's a lot of like just functions happening on the back end
It's-
that's causing that slowdown.
It's got to be something with because like it's got to be something with the code's messing up,
Yeah.
or
that's
it's just
probably
a bad,
something
or
they
it's
can
or it's
fix.
literally built for PC and it's just a bad port.
What's it written in?
Dude, I don't
Like, is
know.
it Unity?
You're
No,
asking
I
the
mean,
wrong
like-
fucking guy.
what's it written in? Oh, code, I think.
No, it's code. It's code. No, I mean, is it
They might have used expo markers at some point, but now it's code, I think.
because? I'm
Good
just
question
saying-
is that.
Math, science, 110s.
No, I'm just asking, like so, like it's written in Unity. Unity's like built for.
It's a Unix system. It's a Unix system.
Oh my
Never
gosh.
mind.
He's
Never
just gonna
mind.
stop completely.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It's
Yeah, it
written
does.
in
No,
Java,
finish
dude.
your thought.
Everything's written in Java, bro.
Finish your thought. Is it a Flash-based game?
I think it's the Unreal Engine actually, and I
Is
think
it?
that's the
Well,
part
Then
of the
that's a reliable
yeah.
engine, right? Well,
Ryan's
yeah.
engine is unreal.
yeah.
Unreal.
Which
Well,
is
no, see,
optimized
well-
for PC.
Well,
Yeah, it
Unity
is.
Yeah.
Well, Unreal Engine's optimized for PC, I think.
Yeah.
I think that Unity is the one the easier for cross-platform.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that-
and Unity is also like it's a lot easier for beginning developers to work with, but when you get to like more complex games and with like a lot of like the game I'm playing right now, Oxygen included, Oxygen not included. When you get to like a lot of individual mechanics that need to go, that are all happening at once, Unity has trouble dealing with those individual mechanics. If that makes sense. Like individual items on the ground, temperature. In this case, individual items on the ground, temperature changes, like state changes between things. It has trouble dealing with a lot of like aspects going on at one time.
Right. So if
So-
you might go split screen and you're being attacked by a lot of creatures, and it's like, oh,
Right.
that's causing it to fail.
Right, and like most games, especially if you're talking about like first person shooters or RPGs and things like that, they're not loading the entire map at one time. They're only loading sort of the section of the map that you can see, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about if you're trying to run a game, say like PUBG or whatever, and you have to load every person's aspect or every person's point of view at one time. And I mean, a lot of that is put on the individual person's GPU to actually load the graphics, but that engine has to run and keep track of all the individual like movements of grass and the bullets firing and
Pretty sure
And-
a lot of that for PUBG is actually the servers just keeping track of like hit detection, and then
Yeah.
most of that's actually I believe client side.
that would be probably the best, honestly, because most individuals PCs wouldn't be able to handle it. I mean, not on that scale. Well, in a minute, like I said, most first person shooters are like I said, they're not like I said, but the all of that information probably should be handled by the server rather than the individual.
That's like exactly why netcode's such a big deal when it comes to FPS games.
Yeah.
What is netcode?
Essentially, no, go ahead. You're probably smarter than me in that
I was
one.
gonna say it's a fancy word for how
It's like input lag with your server. Like it's where you really are in the game versus where you think you are and where you appear on your screen.
Like ping.
Because, yeah, I mean that kind of factors into it, right?
yeah there's a whole lot of like options itself. I watched a really like long video on how PlanetSide gets around slow netcode, where all this thing.
Hey,
I didn't hear.
yeah, your mic's cutting out a
we didn't hear
lot.
any of that.
Well,
He basically said that netcode's good. Give me more wins.
Give me wins.
He said I moved closer to the hub and plugged in directly behind the servers just to win games. Right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if you think of like it, I think a good analogy that's really like basic, but think about if you have a controller and you have input lag. But think about that whenever you're playing the game and what you're seeing with what's actually going on the server.
Right.
Like what you're seeing on the screen, like you see it most common whenever someone's shooting at you and you think you jumped behind that box, but you still died and you're like, what the hell? You shot me and I was behind the box. Well, it's like in reality, maybe on your game you were, but the netcode prevented it, essentially from you actually on the server being behind the box. So it was still kind of behind.
It's from like on most games they're not going to be that drastic, but it is possible that someone with like a little slower latency would have seen you kind of starting to duck behind the box and then popped you right before you went down. And it's like, whoa, how that happened?
And that's why tick rate and refresh rate and everything for servers, like if you hear someone say like, hey, I have like a like a, what is it, like a 60 tick server? Let me just see. CSGO server.
Hey, in Classic, have they added more servers? Like a lot?
Oh yeah, they added a ton.
Yeah, they added a ton.
They just dropped that like real quick.
So if it's like in CSGO, I have the numbers, I forgot for a minute, but it's 64 is the basic. It's a tick rate of 64. And people complain all the time in CSGO, like, oh, the tick rate's so low, and that's why I didn't hit that shot, because they're saying that the server isn't communicating with the players fast enough, basically. And so everyone wants it to be a 128 tick rate, which is what's on like LAN events and everything.
See,
But that's just not.
That's the problem with like.
It's definitely true though. Like it's definitely true, but for the average player, you're not going to feel it. But for like pro players, it definitely matters. Like you're talking about a game where you have a 60 hertz refresh rate monitor, and you could see a visual difference between a 144 hertz monitor, and then you go up just beyond that, where you can actually see real gains in just visual performance whenever you get an increase in monitor. Facts.
In what? In which game specifically?
I would say CSGO and anything you're wanting to be competitive with.
Right.
Tech also says the same thing about fighting games. Having at least 144 hertz refresh rate on your monitor, it actually just shows you the frames you're supposed to be seeing as they show up versus whatever is being force synced to your monitor.
Just because you're adding more frames, you're just you're just bulking the amount of things that you might be able to see compared to someone else.
Exactly. So
even if you can't necessarily comprehend each frame and the difference, but like you're now being filled in a little bit more.
Yeah, it like the difference between a 60 hertz refresh rate and 144. It is noticeable. Most of the time, it's not going to affect like gameplay, but you are losing quite a few frames if you don't have that you would normally have.
Right.
Yeah.
But I like when I play WoW, like I swap to my other monitor just because I have like my 60 hertz a better panel than my CS:GO monitor, because that's a LCD and my other one's an LED screen.
You got a CS:GO monitor, a WoW monitor, bro.
Dude, you have to. I mean, it just looks better.
So hold on, WoW's not gonna look good on a nice monitor.
I mean, it's LCD versus LED. If you can't tell a difference, I don't know what to tell you, man.
You know, you can actually turn the graphics up on WoW Classic.
Oh yeah, it's maxed out. But I'm
Okay.
telling the actual panel itself.
Oh, okay.
If you next time you're at my house and it's a side by side with an LED and LCD screen, you can definitely see a difference in just general color and appearance and just how the screen looks.
Right.
I gotcha.
Not saying the other ones like, I mean, my 144 hertz is like a $350 monitor, but it's just the panel isn't an LED, which inherently doesn't look as good.
I gotcha.
The blacks are not as black enough.
That's basically it.
Yeah, it's really all in the blacks.
And if you have an LCD panel,
Where all the
it's
work
usually
comes from.
like a matte finish on top of it, so the IPS isn't as good.
What the f is IPS, bro?
I think IPS is wherever you're looking at it from an angle, and it actually makes glares more noticeable.
I thought it's just for irritable penis syndrome.
I have that too. It's just my
That's
herpes.
also. This is just my.
Dude,
Well, that's normal. That's a normal thing to feel. Don't let anybody tell you it's not normal.
my feet smell terrible right now. Dude, I went into my shoe this morning and there was a gecko inside my shoe.
That's
You got some gecko stink?
I don't know. It seemed to affect it slightly. Maybe he pissed in my shoes.
What if he's trying to make your shoes smell better?
Well, then I got a problem, dude, because they smell bad. Or normally maybe they smell bad, but I like it,
You like your shoes
just
like
used
that?
to it.
No, yeah, just used to it.
Gotta take like a can of Axe, just like spray it.
Oh gosh, that's the worst smell. Like if I were to smell that, the memories of like the locker room in middle school would just come
Yeah.
crawling back and haunt me. Be like,
Hey, what's
"Oh,
wrong with the middle school locker room smell?
we weren't as cool as you, Trent, dude."
I'm just kidding. It's probably pretty bad.
No, yeah, it just it doesn't bring back good memories, right? Were you guys studs in high school or in middle school?
I can probably safely say that no one in this chat was
No.
in high school.
Right. We probably weren't
Yeah.
studs. We probably weren't studs. Hold on, even where you guys went to high school?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know where Boat went to high school. Probably somewhere nice.
No, I actually I went to some charters. That,
See,
was
that's
out-
already way nicer,
No,
bro.
hold on. Like no. It sounds nice.
Right.
It was
Charter is like the next
piece of
level.
garbage. No, it was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, charter schools, like, as far as I understand them, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like halfway between a private school and a public school. But sometimes you can get like the good parts of private school, and then sometimes you just get the shitty parts of private school,
See,
and then the shitty parts of public school.
what
then
happened
you're just
was
getting
is I got the
double
shitty parts
P.
of both.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, the kids want
Yeah, like we had no budget,
Yay!
and all of the students were crap, and all the teachers were crap, and I actually had to like do their job.
No Bolt went to a charter school.
Nice. You had to
That
do the
sucks.
teacher's job. Did you get paid?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
No, I didn't.
They paid you in.
I had to
halfway decent grades.
see.
I got to graduate a year and a half early, so I guess that.
There you go.
Nice.
I just know that I had to explain my kid, like I had to tell my kids like my problems because we're already having like third grade, so there's like teachers and you have to talk to them and they do stupid things. But I had to
Dude,
tell
hell
them,
yeah, teachers do stupid things. What do you mean?
dude, they do some moronic things. But I remembered I had to tell them that I fell asleep in front of a teacher that specifically was giving me a lashing in front of the class, and I fell asleep in front of him. And it was an old guy who was teaching animation out of a book because he didn't know how to do it at all. So I went to sleep in that class all the time because I played WoW every night until 2 a.m.
That was your sleeping class.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But also,
Hey, so-
when you teach out of a book, it just doesn't work.
No, not for animation. No, like you can teach math out of a book. That's how math works.
That's why I sleep during math class too.
There was
Is there a book involved in this class? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna sleep. It's just too much. I can't
There-
handle books.
Already hurts.
so in our computer classes, whenever you got into high school, you got to do like a kind of like graphic design type thing, but it was like she taught you how to do like
We
use
went to the
PowerPoints.
same high school.
Well, yeah, we did.
What are you talking about?
Only the cool
You didn't
kids got
get-
invited, bro.
You didn't do the one where you learn like Flash and Photoshop and stuff?
Yeah, that was
BCIS.
Yeah, but okay. Was that with Coach Kreider? I know.
No,
probably
we
should be saying
had
names.
Miss.
Call out.
We
Krosch
had-
Prager. Krosch Prager. Is he a German general?
Her name.
So hold on. Okay, you can continue with that. In a
Let me
second.
finish my story.
Go ahead.
So we were in the middle of class, and I think it was like mid-year time or something.
Where did he
and
touch you on this bottle?
It didn't. It didn't. It
That's
gets
the
better.
problem.
So do y'all
Touched
remember
everyone
those
else.
websites like whenever y'all were in like high school, middle school, where you can go to like and watch Flash videos like eBob's World and stuff like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, before it was
Okay,
horrible.
that'll come into play in
Yeah.
a bit. So
Before the YouTubes.
I sat next to Justin. You remember Justin?
Oh, which
Justin White?
Justin?
Yeah. I
Oh yeah.
remember.
I know.
So
was kinda dweeb.
I sat next to him, and the whole time we would just look up like funny videos on the computer. Well, everyone was doing like their mid-year this test where you had to build like a Flash thing, and it was complete silence. I already finished mine, so I was just being an idiot watching videos, and I decide I'm gonna click on this video, and the video was called. It was called "I Love Bukake," and
Oh,
me
God.
being a freshman.
You're like, I don't know what this is.
What's a bukkake?
And I had no idea what it was. Okay, so
Dude,
there's
you're a
about
liar.
no, I'm not. There's about 30 people in this class, and it's a Flash video. It's not porn or anything, but I click on it, and so what happens? It's this little like puppet, like monster looking thing, just starts screaming, "Oh, I love Bukake! Oh, I love." And it was so loud, and there was like just heavy metal in the background, and I had that panic where I kept trying to close out the screen.
Yeah.
It was just this lull of time for a
Oh
good
my
20
God.
seconds where I couldn't get it to close out, and it was just repeatedly screaming.
Dude, that's messed up, bro.
Oh my God.
Okay, I mean, you were probably
Nothing
like, super
came of it.
embarrassed.
Absolutely nothing came of it, because I don't think she knew what it meant either.
It was just like, oh, that's a weird word.
She was in her 50s, mind you.
Oh
So
my
it's like,
gosh.
I can't imagine she knew what it was.
So as soon as later on in life you figured out what it was, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the blessing was that we were all freshmen, so no one in the class knew what it meant.
Yeah.
Well, they do now, but
Yeah, they do now, and hopefully they remember that story and
Honestly,
just laugh at my
kinda-
misfortune.
It really sounds like a pastry. Like if you just like hear it, like don't actually go. If you're out there, whoever watching, but it sounds like a
I was trying to type
really crunchy.
What are you talking about? Brian's not. I just like how everyone's
know.
laughing and Brian's visually uncomfortable.
I don't know what to do with that information. I got nothing.
It's like, what are you doing?
And Brian's just like, what?
Just
Well, this is
fucking
stupid.
judging you. Just judging you.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh god.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Ryan, about
Oh, I don't remember.
the computer
Like,
class?
It just looked like.
oh, so yeah, I mean,
Does this look like Bukkake?
Hold on. He just started explaining
It was-
his experience with Bukkake, and it's just cutting out perfectly. Where it just it sounded like he just have to eat. Like, what? This looks like- I need to cut that out and just make a video where I do the voice. I'll just put in the voice. Oh, sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
I'll be
Your
right
mic
back.
sucks, dude. Does the computer have a mic?
God.
Just stick that thing all the way down your throat, just a little bit. We'll instantly hear just everything, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. So Trent had to go on a potty break because of that. Oh my gosh. See, Ryan, this is what was happening to you last time, but it wasn't as I don't know, it wasn't as entertaining, but your inline mic was cutting out too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think my mic was connecting properly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
This
good.
one-
It's fixed now.
Oh yeah, you sound great. You look amazing.
Probably. Yeah.
You look great. Like, look at the hair. It's
Yeah,
perfectly.
Can't actually see the color of my hair.
Bolt's
though.
fixing his too.
It's
Look
just-
with the light glimmering. Yeah, look at that. Look at mine. It's a little messed up. Sorry.
Yeah, it's you need a haircut, man. It's a little long.
Dude, it was long. I had to shave it off. It was getting cold. It was getting hot outside. Apparently, it's been above 95 every day of September.
Has it really? The high has been 95. Above 95.
No, it's been at least 95 or above. Dude, did y'all know it was Friday the 13th?
Yep.
Dude, yeah.
They were giving free tattoos, not free tattoos, like $20 tattoos at a few places. Friday the 13th.
So,
Oh, man.
speaking of dates, we are 1 week out from the Area 51 raid.
Yep.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up again.
Yeah.
So, you guys gonna miss anyone?
Yeah. Well, no.
I'm actually just hoping that people show up, and not because I want people to get like in
Murdered?
lots of serious trouble. No, yeah, yeah.
There's the
if they-
video. Sorry.
I really because like there's a lot of people actually
Share your
paying
screen and pull it up,
people
bro.
actually showing up for it now because there's like a ton of motels that actually have been booked up for several months for for that weekend, and it's like, oh well, that would really shitty if people like, oh hey, sorry, we're not actually gonna. It was all a joke. It was just a meme. I need a refund now.
People are definitely backing out of it. I feel like it's just it was the main guy. I think got a visit from like the Secret Service or something that said, "Hey, you need to try to deter people from doing it, or else you're gonna get in trouble." Type thing. That's my theory.
Well, on his Facebook post, he actually like says on the post itself like this is a joke, like this is not. Don't actually go to Area 51. Don't actually like trespass onto like government property.
That's what they want you to do.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think people are still gonna go, and I think something's gonna happen because there are places where they're already booking like music festivals, like right there.
Listen. The thing is, there are enough. Look, with how many people are in America? 300 million, something like that.
Yeah,
That-
right around.
If you just take 1% of that, like how many stupid people do you know? You know, at least 5, right?
At least 3.
At least 3, like
Yeah.
really dumb. Like they
Yep.
need.
Wait,
Like,
are
go ahead.
Yeah,
are you?
Bolt's got it.
are-
Bolt's got
Are
it.
you? Oh my God. Okay. Thanks, Kennedy. I appreciate you. Man.
Oh,
So that's only 2 then, because Bolt at least like realized what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I see it. Taking a shot.
Yep.
All right. So, but for real,
Yeah.
at least a few dumb people that, I mean,
Oh yeah.
and guess what? There are enough of those dumb people that want to be, on a cover of Vice running into Area 51 at some hippie concert where trespassing on government property. They'll probably just barely trespass. I mean, no one's
Yeah.
going to like fully run into the place. maybe like 5 or 6 people, and they'll be eliminated.
I'm fully
Dude,
expecting at least one arrest. Like
It-
we're not getting out of that without at least one. I don't
Oh
know if
no,
anyone-
yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
real winners of this whole thing are the people that are showing up selling memorabilia.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
Like those are the real winners. Like I mean, I'm seeing like all these like show me them aliens, like bumper stickers, stuff like that. Like
It's probably just going to become like a Yarborough fair.
Probably.
Yeah, just-
Outside of
yeah.
Area 51. It won't
But
be
I thi-
inside of Area 51 at all.
I think it, honestly, if that happens, I think if people do show up, if people do storm Area 51, even if we find nothing, I think it would honestly be like one of the single most important events in the last decade or two, at least. I mean, 9/11 and stuff aside, but I think it really
Which
would
was
be.
just a few days ago. 9/11.
I
Okay, I
mean,
think
I'm
if
I'm just adding that, but I'm saying like
You're
showing
saying,
that
like,
this, if
it's
you
gonna
get
be
enough
a
people,
tragedy like that.
not a tragedy, but I'm saying if you get enough people behind a certain idea,
Right.
that the people still have ultimately the power and the government doesn't have the power. Because right now, if you ask your average citizen, like, what are you going to do if the government decides to turn like crazy? Well, nothing, because I don't want to die, but I don't know. I think it would be kind of crazy if hundreds of thousands of people showed up and said, you know what, fuck you, let's see what you're really hiding in raided Area 51.
Right, 'cause we're
I
not gonna
actually
do it
agree with
politically.
Trenton on this regard. I know it's actually kind of like bizarre, but it is one of
Yeah,
those
you would
kind
agree
of
with
like
Trenton.
yeah. No,
No, that's a fair point. I say pretty stupid shit.
That's
No,
fair
I-
point. Fair point.
I think that there is actually something really powerful, especially considering that it kind of initially started as, and I think that it's a really good representation of just how like where we are culturally,
Yeah.
and what I find interesting about that further is that if you compare that to the Chinese government, which memes are illegal like in China, which is actually fantastic. Because quote unquote it actually erodes culture, which I can see why they would say such. But even still, it's where we're at. It's kind of like people can still band together over this silly, Naruto ass meme, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about people who outlawed the future, right?
Outlaw the future, yeah.
Basically, like you're not allowed to have anything about the future or time travel. Pretty sure
I mean,
all.
I think it's really interesting, like just society like getting together, even if it is a meme,
Mhm.
you can use that as a representation for much bigger things. Like it honestly, like a majority of people that are just outraged by all the social and civil injustices happening right now don't do anything because they're really just stuck in this lull where they think, okay, well, my say doesn't really matter. Me going there doesn't really do anything. But if you got all these people to do this one thing, I think it would wake a lot of people up. That it really just takes a large number of people with a purpose, and you can get a lot of shit done.
Right, like how many deaths will make me like pay attention?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But
I think
what if
that's an
3,000
important thing,
people
too.
are
Like,
murdered by our own government?
if tens of if like say like 10,000 people show up, and
Right.
10,000 people do storm Area 51, I think it would be interesting to see what happens if the government actually has the gall to kill somebody. Like I think what'll happen is they'll just be detained. But I'm interested.
Probably.
I as morbid as it sounds, I would be interested to see how things pan out if someone does die. Like I don't want that to happen at all, but there's definitely a crazy conspiracy fanboy in me that thinks that would be like the start of the next Civil War if that actually happened.
I think that would. I don't know if that would start a civil war.
Oh,
That would probably start
More
some
like a
big
mutiny.
questions on like the current Trump presidency. But
Dude, if you look at like the Antifa stuff happening in like Oregon and everything, like they're as close as you can get to being in like civil unrest and stuff legally within the bounds of a state without like the National Guard coming in and like completely shutting down the state and implementing like martial law. I mean, I know it's not that bad, but the riots there are really underreported on for the most part, unless you're searching for it.
What? I would feel like that'd be like super over-reported on, just because it's like maybe you have to be in that bubble, you know.
I feel like you have to be in the bubble to see it, because like if someone like me has to actually search to find news on it, that means it's not really just way out there. You know what I mean?
Then for those people, it's normal and fine if you're in the bubble. Or you think it's all out war? You think it's all out war?
I mean, for the people involved, that's how they're treating it. If you look into what they're actually doing, it's like they're doing like planned protests, but really the whole thing is they're all dressing up in like masks and just rioting. Beating the shit out of each other.
How many of those you think are cops that are dressed up as Antifa people?
There's actually a thing on the Joe Rogan podcast about it, and they talked about how the laws in Oregon actually enable it to happen and prevent cops from intervening and just shutting it down completely. Like,
yeah,
I think it was something along the lines of like government officials can't shut down a protest at all.
Yeah, that's why there's supposed to be evidence behind that actually happening, where in past protests, like people that were obviously cops were like semi dressing up as Antifa people, or like any protester that you don't want. That's a good way to get rid of them, right?
Yeah,
is like go play a bad protester with a mask on and break something, and then now it's like, oh, now we can arrest you.
Now it's hey, look at this, we can.
So that would make sense that that's happened before, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, must feel a little helpless sometimes.
Nice one.
Thanks, man. I probably yawned like 40 times right now.
Yeah.
It is like 12:30.
Oh goodness.
Like even I go to bed at this time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why he's cranky. Like normally that Bukkake story would get like at least a chuckle out of Ryan, and now he's just like,
look, you can see
I
why.
feel
It's in
more
his
dumb
glasses.
after this.
It's in his glasses.
Oh,
I see the game playing in his
I
glasses,
love that
bro.
story.
There
That
is
was
a
a
game.
good story.
Which story? The one about Bukkake? I love that. Hey, why didn't you just bring headphones to school, bro?
Dude, I didn't
That's a
think
good question.
One, I didn't think the sound was on.
That's
And
problem
two,
number one right there. You can't have that going on.
I didn't know what that was.
Right.
And I linked the video, and it's safe for work, other than the word like Bukkake being like played.
Right.
But I didn't know what it was.
That's too funny, bro.
But I mean, you live and you learn. I now know not to play that video in public.
Oh. Yeah. You live and you learn, right? You gotta, watch a little Bukkake to figure out that you don't like it.
Just a little
Or
bit.
that you really do like it. Like,
Right.
I mean, let's not rule anything out.
That might be a thing, baby girl. As in, like, you guys. That's what I'm calling baby girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
All right, man.
He's referring to the teenager that he's grooming currently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Is that you, Brian?
Sure.
Hey, is anyone does anyone want to close out with anything right here? Any last comments?
I think we should talk about what the stream is going to be going forward. Like, I don't know. Do we have any viewers right now?
Probably not.
Let's see.
Maybe a few. Here's the issue.
Stream chat. One room. Okay.
No.
We're
I don't
on,
know how to see.
We're on Twitch only, like right now, because that's the only one working on Restream.
So there's Angel of Flight, Commander Root, and Lurks. I don't know if those are real people or not.
Well,
Not
Lurks,
Russian
that
bots.
sounds like a bot. Yeah, they're probably all Russian bots. So, so yeah, like Putin sucks, guys.
Why do we have bots in our stream though?
I don't know.
Grab clips of us.
I thought Nightbot was like the only one.
No, I mean like it just sounds like a fake Twitch. He's saying it sounds like a fake Twitch name. Like there's like some Twitch accounts out there that just follow everyone.
This is true.
Yeah, like I've made an account before on multiple accounts and they just start following you right away. and they're literally following everyone on Twitch somehow. It's got to be a bot.
All right, this
Oh, yeah.
lurks person is definitely like a live Twitch like streaming stats thing, so it's monitoring everybody.
Well,
Let's see.
there you go. So they actually use it to mine data. It looks like.
Looks like all 3 of these are actually just live stream reports.
See, there we go.
Except for
So-
Angel of Light, that person may be real, but the other ones are definitely bots.
See, look, here's the deal. We have to like do this every week if we want to have any type of anything.
Yeah,
Sucks.
I mean,
We were
I'm
doing
okay.
so well.
I know. I mean, we had some momentum going, but
Jacob, it's your fault. I blame you.
damn, I feel like it's totally mine because I moved.
Yeah, I blame you for the most part, actually.
Yeah, I feel like you can blame me at like almost 100%. So I guess if you know, hey, but I got the most, I put the most stuff on this and stuff. I feel like
Yeah,
so.
It's true.
I could put it more, but I don't have much to give.
Who's gonna fall asleep first?
I don't know.
Probably me. I
Probably
gotta
Bolt.
get
Look at
some-
Bolt.
I'm
He looks
looking at
comfortable,
Jacob. Jacob's not even talking anymore.
dude.
I have to get up and drive. to
Just
Houston
looks-
tomorrow.
The black under his eyes is just growing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But yeah,
think he's.
if we could do a strict, this is the plan going forward. A strict hour of podcasting on Fridays, 11 to 12.
Oh, that's the issue. We just can't hear you.
Yeah, 11 to 12 on Discord mostly, and on occasion we'll meet up.
I'll get my cam from you and it'll be fine.
What?
Then it'll be like we're all hanging out because the cam's there.
Yeah, the cam's there,
But I kind of like having my picture too because that's a pretty sick emoji.
dude. Your rat is infected, dude. That thing looks disgusting.
Yeah, he's got
Take
too many
that back.
steroids.
What's wrong with his eyeballs, dude?
Dude,
It's
Chihuahuas.
she is adorable.
That Z
And
needs
amazing.
to go, bro.
Dude,
She's
every time Ryan sees my cat, he says he wants to put her in the microwave. So it's only fair he makes fun of your dog, right?
I've never said that.
Dude,
Like-
I remember that one time. Whatever. I was thinking about this the other day. I can't fucking remember.
I
But
know exactly what you're talking about.
no, do you? Was it the
Okay.
time when it was you and Britton in the apartment?
so. I don't know if this is PC or not.
Bye, Jacob.
but
Is Jacob
I don't
going
know
to
if
bed?
this is PC or not.
Dude,
but
he left.
Should I end the stream?
Hold on. I think we actually have more people watching now.
I think so. I
That's
think
fine.
Trenton, your cat. I think your
Yeah.
cat has some like mental problems.
Yeah,
Right.
she's effing crazy. What are you talking about?
No, I meant like she's a little like off from birth. She's adorable.
Are you saying my cat's retarded?
It's not. I didn't specifically
Whoa,
say
how
that.
is that a downside,
I did not
guys? Come on.
specifically say that. I want to clarify. I'm
He
just
might have
saying.
mental issues, and it's not his fault. It's not. It's just not his choice.
So does my cat. My cat will push her bowl around with a full bowl of food because, and then I can like take the food out, pour it into another container, and put it right back in, and she's fine.
Dude, yeah, cats are crazy.
They're crazy. They're crazy animals.
See, that's too much maintenance already.
Dude, you have 4 kids. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
That's too much maintenance.
I don't have room for that cat shit. I can't deal with a cat's emotions too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can probably barely deal with your own emotions.
Dude, I can't at all. No. I just eat
You
tacos and
have-
it makes me feel better.
Damn, you should stop eating tacos.
Just nothing but Taco Bell tacos
Yeah.
only.
Tacos make
Dude,
me feel
you need
better.
a fucking salad if that's what you're doing.
I'm just kidding.
Tacos make me feel better emotionally, but then physically, I'm
See, that's where I just stop worrying about everything.
be like, oh well, physically, I'll deal with the pain.
I'll deal with
I
it when
can-
I'm 50. All right,
it's-
chill.
As
a
Ryan's about
great-
to log and eat some Taco Bell right now.
Vape until you die, bro. Vape
Yeah.
until you die. That's all I'm saying. Hey, guys, hold on. We didn't talk about this. We're still live. We can talk about this real quick.
Oh,
They're
I
vaping
wonder if I
flavored,
just dropped-
banning
Vape-
flavored vape.
Vapes probably kill you now. I think they kill you now. There have been multiple illnesses caused by vaping.
So the last
Um,
report I read was about it was Juul style vape specifically, and it was due to the concentrate of nicotine in such a small amount of liquid. So I guess the way Juuls work is like you still get like tons of rips off of it as if it was this huge vial, but it's just a small quantity that you're pulling from. And so the idea is that you're hitting from a source of like super, super concentrated nicotine, and it's actually worse for you. That was the last report I read, which is why it was bad for you. But if you have other stuff to reference, do it. But yeah, Juuls are bad news. Juuls are bad news, apparently.
I've heard of people getting pneumonia.
Dude, you can get pneumonia just by doing anything, though.
Yeah.
But
So
it's a new type of pneumonia. But yeah, continue.
well,
damn.
There's two factors. There's two factors in all of this. The two main factors. I mean, aside from the nicotine, there's two main factors. One is that a lot of the cases that have been reported have been like actually been they don't know for sure this what's caused it, but the patients have been using black market products and not tobacco products either. They've actually been using cannabis for products.
These are cannabis vape products we're talking about, right?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah. Really?
And so every case that's been reported, all of those cases have involved someone who's been using a cannabis product, right?
I just assumed it was Juul because Juul is tobacco. That's the main one they were attacking.
And in all of those cases, they believe they haven't conclusively said that those people have been using aftermarket products. And there's a particular chemical that you can't use in FDA approved products that it's something about the oil that they use from a particular plant that causes some respiratory issues. And that comes down to the big problem with vape products, and I'm fully aware of it, is that essentially what you're doing is you're vaporizing an oil.
Still vaping a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, well, what you're doing is vaporizing an oil, and then putting that oil into your lungs. That oil cools down and then turns back into a liquid,
and it's just there.
Right. And your lungs have some sort of capability to deal with that, but not. I mean, it's not something that your lungs should have to deal with.
Right. Like, so if you got pneumonia and you kept smoking your vape, it's going to obviously get way worse.
It's going to exacerbate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Because it can't get rid of the current thing.
The important thing to remember is that this is basically bootleg cannabis products that aren't being made by like a normal person. You're going and you're trying someone's weed vape, but you have no idea the source.
Yeah, well, and use FDA approved products is really what it comes down to, I think.
Like, and I think that's the deal too. Like, if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, like, I mean, if you're an adult, you should obviously know where the source is coming from. Like, where did you buy it? Do you know who you bought it from? Where they got it from?
Right.
And also use protection.
Yeah, always use protection.
Just put a little water balloon over the little end. Right?
That's actually so I've been thinking about
or just eat it. Like eating it would be like that's the best thing.
Because we already eat all kinds of weird shit.
Well, no. Like I'm saying, if you just like instead of like buying like weed vape, just buy weed gummy bears and eat those.
Right.
Like if you're gonna do it, just eat it because it's not gonna damage your lungs at all.
Right.
You eat a bag gummy bear, you just poop it out and you're fine.
There you go. So eat your shit.
Yeah, get out and vote so it can be legal in Texas.
That'd be cool. Like that'd be really cool.
Dude, I really honestly believe we're like 2 years away.
It's gotta be close. I mean, it might even be closer depending on the presidential stuff.
Like, because I know, like, if a Democrat gets in, like, if Warren or Bernie gets in, they both basically have come out and said they want to decriminalize it. So,
yeah,
we're there.
I think almost everyone's on the same page there.
Except for Trump. He said he would do it and then just flip-flopped on it.
Check it out. It's a Trump card. Literally, it's a Trump card from Trump. He can use it at any point in time if he's in a desperate situation.
Dude, if he want, like, if Trump,
he should do it before the election.
We can end on this. Like, if there's like 3 things that Trump could do to get people to make him president again, it would be to plan to give people better, more affordable healthcare somehow. Make weed 100% legal on a federal level. And then, I don't know. I don't even honestly didn't think he would need a third thing. If he did those two things, he would probably win.
Right. Yeah. If he did an executive order on that and then went and ran for president, for sure. And guess what? He probably would do something like that.
He's crazy enough.
Yeah. It's possible. That'd be crazy. And then have Kanye as his, backup dancer the whole time.
Absolutely.
There's no way he would do it, though. If anything, it would be like he would set it up like, if you vote for me and elect me, then I'll sign this executive order.
Everyone's going to be saying that, though. What, he's going to, post pictures of it on Twitter?
Dude,
it's sitting right here.
He
I just need to
basically
sign
did.
it. I do a letter each day you vote for me. That's
basically how he got elected, and he didn't do half of what he said.
I mean, it's hard because everyone, can attack that. But did everyone else do what they say? Not really.
Very good point.
I mean, he's an easy one to jump on, but not really. But, I mean, I don't want to do that job.
Have y'all seen this? This is the last thing I want to ask y'all. If y'all have seen this meme format.
I don't know what a meme format is. A pre-made meme. You just install your own bootleg software.
It's all memes are now.
Guys, I have to tell you that we're using PCs that we bought, refurbished PCs online.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you the specs on this, and then I'll tell you the price. You guess the price. Try to guess the price. So it's like an i5, 3500 maybe, with 8 gigs of RAM, running Windows Pro, 10 Pro, and some Intel graphics card, I think. How much would that cost, you think?
Can you say it one more time?
Slim. It's a slim desktop. It's running a i5.
Okay.
It's 8 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
500 gigabyte hard drive. And an okay
solid state?
Intel graphics card.
Solid state?
Not solid state.
And it's just a desktop, right?
Yep.
All right. So I can say, depending on what i5 it is, I could say I got my laptop that has those basically same exact specs for $380 or something like that. And that's a laptop. So obviously it's probably going to be a little bit more than the desktop. So I would put it at $250 to $400.
Not bad. I think it's an i5 3200.
I'm gonna say the same spot that I just said.
All right. Ryan, do you have a guess?
I'm gonna go lower than that. I think if you're buying a bunch of them and you're getting refurbished models, you're probably talking under 200.
That's a good guess, bro. Yeah, we got them for 150.
Oh damn!
150, yeah.
Is that?
Are they used?
Yeah, the refurbs. Yeah. But
those slim models. So I'm pretty sure they're just. I mean, are they what you call a?
It's not like a Citrix box, right?
It's a HP. No, it's a HP Pro Tower, but it's a Pro Slim Tower.
Yeah,
dude.
But they're pretty good.
Well, you gotta think
they're snappy. They're not slow at all. They have the RAM upgrades. I don't know what they were probably sitting at some advanced schools, maybe some nicer schools.
It's 2020. That's just the baseline, man. It's whenever Dell. It's like when broadband and cable became a big deal. The standard is 80 megs down now.
Right. It's that stuff is just sitting on the shelf, collecting dust, which is crazy, right? They probably just get the broken ones, right? And then they charge someone $200 to fix it, and the refurb. So, or they collected it all from a school and gave them $20 credit, and they're selling them for $150 on Amazon. You know what I mean? Because who gives a shit? But yeah, they were. I mean, that's a solid ass deal. I'm thinking about buying some for my kids. Those are nice computers.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, that's what interesting happened recently. That's it. That's all I got. So yeah, should we end this thing?
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's go to sleep.
Tired.
No, let's go play Borderlands 3. Let's do it.
Shit, no.
All right, peace
I
out.
don't have it.
Later, y'all.
Later.